If you find yourself on the cusp of leaving your old self behind, on the path of following your calling, and are going through a transformative shift, then this video is for you. Because when you're in pursuit of your highest timeline, it requires you to go deeper into ourselves, into our shadow. And there can be challenges coming along the way because the path can feel uneasy. There can be tons of resistance. There can be breakdowns as well as breakthrough. And often stories of imposter syndrome can come up, like, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I can't be that person. Who am I kidding? Right? And this is why many people tend to give up. They don't follow through with their intention, nor do they create what they want to create. And this is what I'm going to share with you in today's video on how you can move through that so that you can then emerge with a new understanding and unlock new possibilities and then to grow as a limitless creative beings. And I just want to say that as you follow your intuitive calling and the path that you find yourself on right now, and you know that this is meant for you, then I want you to fully believe and know that you are on the right path, that this is where you are meant to be, and this is the direction that you are meant to go into. And I want you to know that whatever you're going through is part of the process. And often what happens is that people find themselves giving into the resistance because it's easy. They become reactive and they fall into that victim mode of, oh, I'll never be good enough, or I've tried, but it didn't really happen. I'll never find my partner, my ideal partner, or I can't start that business right now. Whatever that may be for you. But you can change all of that by becoming aware of your subconscious beliefs. Because what happens is that a part of our ego tries to hold on to those familiar patterns of safety and security. It grips on tightly, holding on to those limiting patterns, beliefs and behaviors. But in reality, they're no longer serving you. They're no longer serving your highest good or your purpose. Now, these limiting beliefs, patterns and behaviors are all part of that predictable known reality. But as we try to step a little bit closer towards our vision, towards our calling, into the unknown, that's when fear and doubt can actually creep in, and hence we have that negative internal dialogue. And these self-limiting beliefs, as well as the emotions that are attached to these beliefs about how we see ourselves and how we show up in the world, these are all part of our conditioning, which comes from our parents, our culture, our environment, society, and especially trauma. Now, I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, and at that time I was going through like the most difficult period in my life so far, one of my darkest times so far. And it was also the turning point of my spiritual awakening journey too. Now, on the one hand, I had to go through my shadow, go through the darkest period, come face to face with my childhood trauma, my patterns and my beliefs that were keeping me stuck and into that old identity. And on the other hand, I was presented with an opportunity to take back my power and to step into this new version of myself. And it was like one of the most scariest times of my life, because it was like a part of me had to die, if that makes sense. Part of me it was like leaving a part of me behind so that I can then step into this new version of myself, step into my power. And it was like I had to blindly trust into myself, blindly trust into the unknown, into the universe, that everything was going to be okay, that I'm going to be okay, that I'm doing the right thing. Even though I was going through like this internal battle of like, well, this is what I've always believed, but I had to then fully trust and believe that, you know what, I'm doing the right thing and that I'm going to be okay. And my message to you is that if you're going to suffer and struggle one way or another, then why not suffer moving forward through the fire of your own limitations or possibilities, where you're able to then tap into those timelines that are waiting for you, that are ahead of you, waiting for you to tap into. Why not choose to struggle up? This is you leveling up and stepping into the unknown. So you then have two options. You can either A, continue to live out your same current known reality, made up of the same known predictable patterns, beliefs and behaviors that are keeping you stuck, unmotivated and stagnant, that are stopping you from becoming that new version of yourself. Or option B, level up. Feel the pain and be like, wow, this is me breaking free of those patterns, of those experiences, of those behaviors and even people, and then emerge with this fulfillment that you came here to have, and own who you came here to be free and empowered, and to be the creator of your own reality. The path to following your calling is never easy, but by being vulnerable and open, and owning that is your path to ensure that you approach every situation consciously And gradually, as you find your way to raising your vibrational frequency to acceptance and neutrality, you will gradually find your way to feeling joy, excitement, having that inner peace and clarity. And you will start to attract these wonderful things into your life, new opportunities and experiences, because then you will be vibrating on a different vibrational frequency, because that's a signal that you will then emit out into the universe and attract back like for like. So when you bring your awareness into this now moment, into this present moment, you can choose to disinvest your energy out of those self-limiting beliefs and emotions. You get out of your own way and you get to choose how you want to move forward in pursuit of your highest good or your calling. Now imagine and think about this. How much of your attention and energy do you spend a day being stuck in shame, fear, guilt, lack, doubt, or worry? And instead, if you directed your attention and energy out of all of those things, and instead towards manifesting and creating the life that you want, towards a destiny, towards a goal that you actually crave and that you actually want, how different your now moment would be. It's about remaining aware and catching yourself along this journey. Because the moment you forget and start stressing about when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, you're returning back to your old self, trying to predict the future based on your old experiences. And in that moment, what you're doing is lowering your emotions, lowering your vibrational frequency that's keeping you stuck in that known reality. So I want you to fully believe what's possible for you as you step into and fully embody this new version of yourself. And I want you to let go of outcome dependency and instead have the attitude of, you know what, let's see what life brings my way. Because I want you to understand that nothing is happening to you, but for you, so that you can grow and expand as a spiritual conscious being here on earth. And I want you to relax and step into it with ease. And look at your life, your past experiences, and understand that these were the human experiences that you came here to have so that you can grow as a conscious being and see them as stepping stones in the direction that you want to go to into life. I want you to be curious enough to want to welcome these new experiences into your life. So I want you to check in with yourself, and in particular with your internal dialogue. So I want you to ask yourself, how am I responding or reacting? What are my patterns? Do I have any? Because we all have patterns, right? What are my go-to reactions? Are they healthy or unhealthy? Do they serve me? How can I flip the narrative on this situation or what I'm going through? Or how can I assign a different meaning to this situation, to this event or experience? How am I feeling today? Get curious about what you're going through and what you're feeling, but don't judge yourself. Because remember, you got to feel it to heal it. And you got to trust the process. For example, even when I first uploaded my YouTube video, and I look back at it now and it's all over the place and it kind of cringes me out. But in that moment, I didn't give up. Even though it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, I kept going, because in that moment I was being asked to trust the process, to step into the unknown and trust the universe that I will be guided and I will be shown the path. And I want you to know that whatever experience you are going through, it doesn't mean that you give up. It doesn't mean that you don't deserve it or that you're not worthy of it. Instead, you're being asked to trust the universe, to have faith, to move beyond your old limits, to honor and trust yourself and own who you are, and to step into the unknown. And a really important message that I want to give you is that to honor the phase that you are in and to not beat yourself up if it's not going exactly as you envisioned it or exactly how you want it to be, and to give yourself that time and space. And to understand that it's a journey and there will be waves of up and down, but you will get through it, and understand that growth isn't linear. Life is a series of ups and downs, and you just got to keep moving forward and choosing to respond rather than react to situations or experiences, and keep moving forward towards your intuitive calling, towards your business, towards your ideal life. And you know what, in 6, 8 or even 12 months time, you look back and think, wow, how far I've come, and be amazed at the breakthroughs that you've had and the healing process that you've been through, and be a completely different person, because you'll feel lighter, you'll be emotionally and vibrationally different, you'll feel empowered in your purpose. and be like, I'm going to get up today, and my only job is to make another step forward, to make another conscious choice in alignment with my vision. So I hope you found value in today's video, and I want you to let me know how you're getting on in your journey or what you are being called to do. Let me know in the comments down below, and I hope you have a lovely day. Much love. Namaste.